everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I remain your amazing friend Happiness because I care so much about your well-being. Last week we talked about reasons why teenagers engage in early sex, and of course I promised to talk about the practical recommendations and for how we can come out of the reason, the solutions for the reason. And of course I'm here today to tell you practical recommendations. So today I'll start telling you the solutions for addressing the reason why teenagers engage in early sex. And of course I have come here with 10 solutions, practical ones actually. So please just sit back and just pay attention to me as I continue to talk about it. So now the first one I want to talk about is that you should provide factual sex education rather than myths. As a parent, as a teacher, as an adult around you, one of the things that you should understand when it comes to dealing with teenagers is that you should learn how to work with facts, not myths. Okay, for instance, what am I trying to talk about? I'm trying to talk about the aspect of trying to educate a teenager about sex, how to honor her body or how to honor his body. Not you trying to tell the teenager that, okay, you have sex, maybe you go to your fire or everything like that. Of course, we know that it's a sin to have sex before marriage. But then teenagers, they are wired to understand that even despite the consequences of that things, they will still want to go into them. So still, but you can talk to them and let them know, you enter through to them and let them know through their self-worth, their self-value and self-honor, and how to take care of their body and how to own their own body. I think that is another way you can, enter into that teenagers, and tell it to her or tell it to him about sex education. And the second solution downstairs is that you empower your teenagers by building their confidence. There are some parents or there are some adults that they use words like you are a liar, you are too big, your head is too small, you are this, you are that, towards their teenagers. And all this was actually affect their self-esteem. And that is why I begin to realize that some of these teenagers, they have low self-esteem. Some of them they don't even have the ability to say no. Even when they are in the midst of, their peers and their friends doing all manner of stuff, they don't have the strength to say no because they feel that if they are the only one not doing this thing, they feel left behind, they feel imperfect. So they don't have the confidence to say no, they don't have the boldness to say no. So as a person, as a parent, you need to empower them by building their confidence with the use of words, most especially. And the third thing is that you should stay engaged with your child's social life and monitor their activity on social media. I've seen some parents that they'll be like, they are old, they are not a Gen Z, so they don't have interest in social media. They don't have business in social media, and they don't even know what their children are doing in social media. Actually, they don't even know their children's social media handle. That's also just funny. So your age has nothing to do with you knowing what your children are doing on social media. That's nothing to do with you learning. You wanted to know what is actually happening on social media. Some parents don't even know what their children are doing on TikTok. The parents don't even know what their children are doing on Facebook. So as a parent, you need to learn how to monitor your child on social media. Learn how to monitor their media life as a parent. And also, the fourth one I'll talk about is that you should stay informed about social trends and discuss them with your teenagers. Of course, every one of us will understand what is happening in the world. Sometimes some parents will be like, I don't want to discuss this with my child because I don't want to correct my child, or I don't want to do this. But actually, all these things that is happening around that you don't want to discuss with your child, the truth of the matter is your child is aware, your child knows about it, because these children, they are very vast in knowledge and they have access with so many information. So even if you don't want to talk to them about it, they actually know about it. So why not talk to them about social trends, what is happening on social media, what is happening probably, especially the aspect of LGBTQ, what is happening on the internet right now. So why don't you just bring up a conversation around it when they are talking about it and tell them the consequences and tell them the actual truth about it, instead of you being scared that you don't want to corrupt their mind or whatever like that. That's another thing that you can do as a parent. And the fifth thing I was talking about is that you ensure your teenagers' emotional needs are met. What I'm trying to say is that please learn how to feel your teenagers' love tag. Everybody has love tag. Sir Gary Chapman was telling us about the 5 love languages. the likes of acts of service, words of affirmation, gifts, physical touch, and likes like that. All these teenagers, they are humans. Every one of them has their own love language. There's some teenager that their own love language is just for you to give them gifts and all. So just understand your child's love language and learn how to feel it. Learn how to express love through your child's love language. Show them love, be emotional, show them affection, because in this season of their life, they really need affection, they need much love. So show them love, be interested, show them love, buy them gifts, give gifts in their love language, touch them, if touching, physical touch is their love language, affirm them if the word of affirmation is their love language, give them attention, acts of services. So those are the things that you can also do as an adult, as a parent, as a teacher that has teenagers around, to win them over from them engaging in any sex, actually. Okay, then the sixth one is educate yourself about sex education to ensure your child's safety. The truth matter is something you don't know, you can't give it. It is what you know that you can give. If you are not aware of so many things that is happening around, then there's no how you can educate your child about it. So you yourself as a parent, you need to have a comprehensive knowledge about sex before you can be able to educate your child about sex. Then the seventh one is model appropriate behavior and values. Have healthy relationships, because there are some parents that they will tell you that they are sexual purity advocates, but the truth matter is even the people in their circle, the people they are working with, they don't believe in sexual purity advocates. Actually, you are confusing your child. So if you are telling your child not to do this, you don't do that. So what you are telling your child not to do, don't engage in them. And the eighth one is give your teenager the attention they need. Give your teenager the attention they need. They need more of you. Is it that what gets your attention more? Is it your teenager that gets your attention, or your phone, or the incidents, or probably when your child comes to tell you that, mommy, I made a mistake? Is that what gets your attention? Okay, so it's very important for you to give your teenager attention. So the ninth one I want to talk about is that you protect your teenager from sexual abuse and also establish a support system. One of the things that you should do as a parent is that you provide a safe environment for your child, in order for your child not to be abused, most especially from the content they see, from the content you introduce them to, most especially from the people that comes around them. So make sure that you give them a safe environment so that they will not be abused. And peradventure your child has been abused, as a parent, it's just responsibility for you to protect them, guide their self-esteem, and help them through that journey of becoming better, of getting healed out of that experience. And the next one I'll talk about is that as a parent or as a teacher or as an adult that has teenagers around them, is that you need to provide for your teenagers' material needs. There are so many teenagers that the reason why they are engaging in early sex is because they lack. They don't have food to eat, they don't have clothes to wear, they have nothing. Their needs need to be met materially. So this is why some of them engage in early sex. So as a parent, please, you need to provide for your teenagers' needs. And also as an adult, as a teacher, if you have the capacity of taking care of a teenager, if you have the capacity of providing for a teenager, please do that. I'm also saying that, please, you can do that, because there are so many teenagers walking in the streets, so many teenagers outside there that they need help. They need somebody to cater for their needs as a person. And I think it's actually enough for us to call it a day. But before I go, I would just like to say this to you as a person. Please, instead of condemning a teenager, actually, we need to mentor a teenager today, because our teenagers are outside there. They don't need to be condemned, but they need to be mentored. So this will be the end of Opening for today. Have a lovely day.